on Trinity Sunday. And for the life of me, I still have not figured out a satisfying analogy for the Trinity, solved that great mystery, or explained it very well to anyone, I don't think. So like I said, I really should have started maybe last week on the vacation and let this be for a substitute, who then of course could just preach on, hey, happy Father's Day, and just go with that. Or maybe just pull the first lesson and get into an interesting discussion about wisdom and Lady Wisdom. But no. This is Trinity Sunday. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, God in three persons. We worship the unity. The danger of Trinity Sunday is that if you preach any more than 5 minutes, you've probably committed a heresy. And in fact, there's a little cartoon that goes around about this time of year. It actually features a little cartoon of St. Patrick and two peasants who say, okay, now explain this Trinity to us. And he's trying to explain it to them, and they keep stopping them. Whoa, 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 that's modalism. Whoa, 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 you just committed Arianism. Whoa, 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 you can't, that's a terrible analogy. And so he's like, oh, okay. All right, this is what I've got for you. That it is a great mystery that can only truly be understood through faith and is best expressed in the words of the Athanasian's Creed, which, by the way, is one of the creeds that we really hold dear. We do not say it on a Sunday morning. And if you're curious, you can find it in the back of your prayer book in the section with the 39 articles, prayers, and also other things. It is painfully long and very confusing. But that is what theologians have tried to do since really the beginning of this idea of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, that God is one, and yet how we understand God is also in a Trinity. That's so bizarre. And there's a certain point that our intellect can only go so far, and something else has to take over from there. Now, like I said, I can't come up with a perfect analogy for it. And I'm really not going to do that because I hate to put an analogy in your head and then, you'll get into those arguments at the barber shop or, at the gas station about the nature of the Trinity with someone, which we are all prone to do, right? Day to day. I know I do that all the time, arguing with folks about the Trinity and its nature. But perhaps the best way to understand it is that within God, there is relationship. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. A Father who loves the Son who loves the Father, the Spirit. That's that action between them, that love. There is a relationship within God. And that we come to understand God, the Trinity, truly through relationship. Now, there was a great teacher who taught in a monastery, and there was a man who wanted to leave the monastery, who wanted to go out into the desert. He said, you know what? I've got this down. I'm going to go out to the desert, and I'm going to go out and pray, and I'm going to be Christian in the desert. And the leader of the monastery said, well, then whose feet will you wash? That our understanding, our living out our faith is based in relationship. And that it's only truly understood in that. And one might think that that's simple. Of course, I love you. That's simple. But is it really? I mean, can you really explain why it is that you love someone? I mean, I've got some inklings of why I love who I love. But I'm not sure that I can have a satisfactory explanation of it. But I know that I do. And so within the Godhead, that's a fancy term, within God is relationship. And that understanding of God is in relationship. And so that when we participate in relationship with one another, we are participating almost within God. It really makes you think about relationships a little bit differently, though, doesn't it? And there's an impulse sometimes to take things for granted, and I know that I do that, of relationships that are dear to me, and yet I might not see people for a long period of time. I feel very awkward about that. But in recognizing that I want to understand the mystery of the Trinity, I must live it. And if I want to understand what it means to follow and to love Jesus, I must live it. And I don't live it out on a rocky cliff by myself, but I live it in community with each other. And how difficult that can be, with the give and the take, or that there are times within community where things break or pull or conflict. And yet, relationship is that most important thing. There can be the desire to want to pull away and contemplate. And yet we're invited again and again to participate in the life of the Trinity, in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit in our lives, in this place, with one another. Like I say, I wish that in my studying I could come up with a brilliant analogy. That would save a lot of time. You know, like, there's that good one. There's the sun with heat and light. It still doesn't work. Or the three-leaf clover. Or perhaps, you know, the father, there's a man who's a father and he's a boss and he's a son. But that doesn't work either. Perhaps, though, the only way we will really understand that is if we can ever really understand what it